Ta-da! I don't know why. I pay for Restream, but it does not like me changing the name of the stream. So, anyway, happy Sunday, happy Easter. I was going to name this the Easter Sunday stream, but apparently it's decided that it's a random painting party. But I am not painting. You might be painting, so maybe it is a painting party. Nobody knows. Anyway, happy Easter. Hopefully you had an awesome morning. This is a later than usual stream just because I wanted everybody to be able to do their thing this morning. Didn't want it too late because I know people do Easter dinner. I know Sunday on Easter is a little bit challenging. So if you can't make it live, that's totally fine. You can watch it later or not or whatever. I will keep trying to timestamp things so you can pop in and see cool stuff because I might have some cool stuff to show you today. All right. On that note, my goodness, I have a Easter basket that I squeed over when I was in the store, and my husband was like, "It is not a pony, it is a pig." So you decide, pony, pig. I don't know. Pigs don't usually have like giant forelocks, but the little piggy type nose is very misleading. I was going to put either a marking on it or put a little horn on it, and then it would look actually like a pony, but I'm going to bring pony treats to the pony in it later. So that works. We have people popping into the chat already. Hello, Lizzie. How are you? Kimberly, good morning. I know, that's what I thought. I thought it was a pony. See, I'm not crazy. My husband's like, it is not a pony. Like, it is a pony. Look at it. It like made me stop in my tracks. It looks like a pony to me. It's little like forelocky hair and pointy ears. Pigs are more floppy eared, but anyway, I thought it was a pony. Because there's unicorn ones everywhere, so pony. Anyway. See? Okay, I'm not crazy. Thank you. I appreciate you guys making me feel better. I was questioning my sanity for a second. I'm like, for a person who sculpts horses for a living, I should kind of be able to recognize a pony from a pig. Maybe. Maybe if it didn't have the hair. I don't know. Anyway, good morning, Brenda. How are you? Could be a Highland cow. Maybe. Yeah, with the hair. That'd be actually cute too. So I'm okay with that. Anyway, so I have a little bit of sticker mail to show you guys. I have it's Turbo's birthday on Friday. I thought it was Saturday, but it's Friday, the 18th. And so I wasn't able to go out on Friday because I had a bad stomach flu for a day that my husband shared with me, but I'm doing much better now. And then went out to see him, and the barn was crazy busy, but we did some fun work in the round pen, playing around. He got some treats. He loves apples, so he got an apple, which he doesn't get normally because especially in the springtime, his feet can kind of get a little bit sore. He's a little laminitic sometimes in the summertime, and hence why I need to get him back into work. So with the new saddle, which is working out really well, we've actually been doing a couple rides a week, which is good for him and good for me. And it's been a long time since I've had stirrups. So that is a whole new ball game of ow. The saddle's actually not too bad on my butt. It's a roping saddle, so it's not meant for comfort, but it's actually quite a nice little ghetto. Like, what do you say it? Not ghetto. Little, my brain just absolutely was like, I don't know what the word is. It's in the category somewhere. It is a cute little, I was going to say get up, and I said ghetto instead, but maybe it's kind of, it's not really ghetto. Anyway, it's a local tack maker. They used to make saddles in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and it's nice. It's got a nice rock to the bars, which is hard to find in most saddles nowadays. Most saddles are fairly flat. He needs it because he's got a little bit of a whoop going on, and he has big shoulders, being big quarter horsey thing. So that was cool. But nice to ride in, not super uncomfortable, but having stirrups, my one hip that I used to pop in and out of joint and dislocate definitely doesn't like it. And then my ankle on that side does not like it. So we're learning. We're working on muscles and strengthening for both of us. It's going to be a long road. Anyway, Andrea, hello. Happy Easter. I have the braided pony behind me, the strom nest that I've been working on that I can show you guys, and some cool stuff that's coming up. I also worked on the tail on the other side for the pony, for the tutorials, for the club stuff. So I'll show you what the tail looks like now, and then we'll go over that. So sticker mail first. So I got these from Northwest Studios, And they're all hippocampi. I think it's like hippocampi sticker club year for Northwest Studios because the next one's a hippocampus too. So very cute. There's this one. I like the colors on that one. They work really cool. Red, white, and blue. And a gray with red. And then they're nice quality vinyl too. I quite like the feel of these ones. And then that one's probably my favorite. I love the colors in that. The greens and the blues and the palomino. It all works very nice. So yeah, stickers. Got stickers. I didn't get anything else cool in the mail other than that, I think. My brain's like, what did I even get in the mail? What day is it? I don't even know anymore. But I'll show you the tail on Zapponi. We're getting closer. So for those of you that have watched the tutorials in the club, you know that this side was not done in the last tutorial that was posted, but I'm working on the 5th. So I blend all the hairs in going into the first side that I do because I only work on one side. Historically with me, I like to smush things. So I will try and work on the other side and then I'll touch it and smush it and then wreck the beautiful details that I've done on the one side and be very angry at myself. I was actually struggling with that with the braids a little bit because I'd be working on something and then bump it with my finger and it was not a good moment. So yeah, that is how the tail is looking. We have hair. And what I might end up doing is just taking this down a little bit, and I'll show you guys how I do that, just to make it a little bit less hair on the end of this tail. And I can show you how I remove that and blend it. So if you've over-haired something, it'll be kind of a cool little tutorial to show you how to take that back a little bit. Laura Rocksmith, hello. How's it going? You're drilling ponies for your workshop. That is very cool. I saw some videos actually posted on think YouTube or not YouTube, Facebook and Instagram showing all the good stuff. So yeah, there's that. So I'm hoping to get Lovely in a mold soon, and then I can show you guys the molding process for that. I did Dremel down the forelock a little bit more, added a little bit more length to the mane, so I'm going to make it a little bit longer. When you're doing a fell pony cross, fell ponies can almost have their hair to the ground. So it just wasn't the silhouette like we talked about last time, wasn't quite as balanced with the hair being further back. So I've moved it up a little bit and I think that helps your silhouette. I think that'll help the flow of the piece. There's just a feeling you can feel when it's starting to get there. So she looks like she could be Mrs. Girlfriend. A little bit. She's got a lot of hair. I was thinking that as I was doing the other side of the tail, and that was kind of what led me to maybe I need to trim this down a little bit because there's not a lot of hair there really at the end of the day. But yeah, I picked a breed mix that is hair friendly. If you saw my one reel that I posted, I think, no, one of my stories, it was a Iberian thing with hair everywhere too. I'm like, what do you need? Do you want more hair? Is this enough hair for you? No, I want more. Always more. The answer is always more hair. I still have secrets over there you guys can't see yet, but that's okay. We're working on it. So I'll show you the Stromness that I'm working on. This is Eva Rossiter's Stromness of Ethereal Studios. I have done the tail too. There were people that were like, you can't do the mane without doing the tail. Well, I not only did the tail, so it's not obviously not done, but speaking of less hairy ponies, I stripped the tail right down, cut it down to the tailbone, and then now I've actually twisted the tailbone a little bit and broken it. Technically, I broke it. But I'm going to have a little bit of a sway and swish to it. Not anything too crazy, I don't think, but it might get out of hand. We'll see. And then I've done the dots for placement of where all the braids will go. I was aiming for hunter braids, and usually they have around 30. I think we're at 28. So we're very, very close. I could not fit more on there and still do what I needed to do. But they are very cute little tiny plates. So I'll go back in and refine them, carving them with a carbide scraper just to make those shapes really 3D, but they are pretty close and you can see they are very small. So I might have filmed how I did these because I'll be doing a few braid videos that I'm going to film of different kinds of braids. So the plaits like this, then your button braids, like a running braid, something a little bit bigger. So you can kind of see how that all works. And then because these are super, super small and really hard to see, I have a clay sample so you can see kind of how I do it. So I did it in the monster clay and it makes it a little bit easier to see how I'm doing it. So I'll have things like that that'll be loaded up into the club area fairly soon. I just got to edit them, which is exciting. I'll also do her tail when I figure out if I'm doing a pinwheel or not. I haven't 100% picked what type of braid I'm going to do for the tail. What do you think would look good? The little pinwheels are kind of fun. It would make her look very delicate. And it's funny how braids just fancy up something. And then I haven't done the back end. I'll do that next because doing the braids, especially in epoxy, is a lot of time investment trying to get everything done there. So by the time you try and blend it into the neck properly, it doesn't always work the way you would hope. And I'm not 100% happy with the little gap that showed up down here. So I might have to strip some of those braids out and fix them. But we are getting closer at least. But she's a very, very fun model to work on. I've been waiting for a while to do something to her. And this is a perfect opportunity to do braids. And then one of the reference books, if you're interested in braiding at all, that I have, it's a fairly common one, but I definitely would recommend using these. It shows you how it's done. It shows you close-up photos of the actual braids. There's a couple of other books out there that are a little bit better because instead of being illustrations, they're actually photos. That can sometimes help, but there's always videos on YouTube that you can see. Understanding how you do it in real life rather than just looking at a reference really gives you the concept of what's going under and around what. Because sometimes it's hard to see and then you're assuming by the photo and that doesn't always necessarily work. But hi, Robin. Morning or afternoon. Oh my goodness, I've been saying good morning. Might be morning for some of you. Good afternoon. Happy Easter. Lizzie says, I've used that book for my horses. It's a great book. I agree. And it's got a whole bunch of other braids in it for tails. Let's see if I can find the pinwheel. Doo-doo. It's got the walker braids, tail bun, which is very cute. It's the braids for the drafters. Let's see. So there's just a French braid, which is a little bit more simple. And then Dutch braid, same kind of idea. I believe it's the other way around though. So braiding inside versus outside. And then where is my pinwheel? Ta-da! So there's a Dutch braid with a loop finish. So that could be a possibility for her. Or let's get the bigger picture. Or a little pinwheel. And I hesitate with the pinwheel just because they can sometimes be a little bit more fragile. I have done them before, and they are very cute. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? That one or like that one? Where it's a little bit more plain. They are both cute. It's hard to decide. Libby, hi, how are you? Happy Easter. Never get to watch live. Always have to watch after. Oh, well, welcome. Hello. We are talking braids today, apparently. I have done, I should dig up the reference, or not the reference photo, but the finished photo that I did. There was a Vincenzo, I think. A Bro Vincenzo. Not the bowing one, but the cantering in a like pirouette. Canter pirouette one. And I can't remember 100% his name, but I did a lattice style mane that was actually 3D and flying out as he's doing his canter pirouette. Pardon me. And it was, I'm having malfunction still. Whatever the stomach bug was has given me like a weird stomach feeling. It's not like gross as it has been for the last couple of days, but there's definitely still like it's not 100% happy feeling. It's not. Yeah. Anyway. Lizzie likes the more simple non-pinwheel whitetail. So very nice. Maybe I will do that one. Tell me in the comments which one you like. Because it's so hard to choose. Pinwheel or not pinwheel. That is very elegant. I don't know if it's just the color, but there's like an elegance to just that. And it's going to be hard because you guys know I have the hairy problem. So whatever the hairy disease is, I have it. And it's very hard for me to do tame hair. But braids at least make it fancy enough that my brain's like, okay, this is a challenge. We can do it. But it is still weird looking at a horse that doesn't have hair everywhere. So I'm going to have to try and keep the tail reasonably tame for her to be nice and done up for a show. It can't be everywhere, but we'll see. Cindy, hello. Welcome. Yeah, that was my brain running away. So I'm going to work on a few different tutorials. So if you're looking for any specific braids that you want to see done, let me know. But over the next few pieces that I do, I'm going to try and incorporate those and film them for you so I can do tutorials, which is fun. And I did say eventually I would be releasing some shorter format or clips to YouTube as well. So not everything's going to be just for the club, but the long format in-depth ones will be. And then you can always join up for the club if you want. Speaking of that, we had two winners. One winner won a Bombas and then another one won a Ruffles. And I would like to announce here for the first time, because you guys are awesome, that there's going to be another giveaway and it's going to be bigger. And I will tell you about that very, very soon. And I think you guys are going to be very excited. I am. And I have to figure out a good way to show you guys what it is because it's going to make people very, very happy, I think. So yeah, there's a thing coming and it's going to be very big. You know you're in trouble when the accents come out. So yeah, that's been kind of the studio for this week. I have some Bombuses shipping. If you are paying them off, like I said, they're shipping within about a week. I do have another batch of ones that have come available through various things. Some people have canceled their orders or changed things around a little bit. So I'll have a couple that'll be available to everybody very shortly here. So if you were looking for a Bombas and you didn't get a Bombas, I have a couple. And hopefully you'll be lucky enough to grab one. That'll be probably sometime this week. And then the club stickers will be shipping out in a couple weeks here. About a week and a half. So the first is on Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Time flies. Oh my goodness, it's almost May. So that will be the hippocampus sticker that we've talked about before. That'll go out to all of the awesome club members that opted for stickers or upgraded Medallion Club. And then any extras that I have will be available to club members to buy a la carte. So if you want more than one, you can. If you want to buy it and you're just in the normal club, then you can. And I'm also going to have some cool stuff coming for various previous stickers that I've done. I have some extras of some of those. So I'm going to do a sale that'll have that and some previous medallions from the club and otherwise, and maybe some other stuff. We'll see. That'll be coming up soon here too, probably sometime in maybe early May. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Maybe sooner. Maybe I'll trickle some stuff out. But I also have other collection things that I'd like to post and sell as well, because I need to make room for some ponies, like most of you. But it might be something that you could take to Briarfest and enjoy. And speaking of that, what do we got? My brain's saying I have a thing for you, but I can't remember what the thing is. There might be some Briar customs that I'll have done before Briarfest that will be available. We will see. I gotta hustle my bum, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, that's the thing. My brain is scrambled. I did not obviously have enough chocolate and eggs this morning. Hopefully you guys did. I think that'll be probably it for the stream. Do I have a hyperfixation for the week? I've been still doing some Python stuff. I'm almost through the Python coding that I was working on. That will lead into some of the background programming stuff that I've been doing through the website. I'm going to do a HTML one next, which would be nice. So that'll allow me to level up the website even more and give it hopefully more capabilities to do things and make it look prettier and run smoother. So far, so good. There are some galleries and things that I need to fill out. If you do have photos of customs that I've done or things that are winning at shows, feel free to send them my way, and then I will put them into the winner's circle in the website. And even in the Ravers page, if you want to load them up there, then that works too. But yeah, I'll be announcing the giveaway stuff hopefully for the next part of the giveaway, the big part, very, very soon. And we should have tutorials, hopefully, more posted as well. So yeah, I greatly appreciate everybody's feedback on the website. If you are a club member in the video area, you can submit what you'd like to see for videos. I'm going to put a general thing out that you can submit, kind of like a suggestion box, other content and things you want to see with the club. If you want medallion ideas, also feel free to just email me and let me know. And then that can work for non-club stuff too. So there are medallions that are released outside of the club, as well as sculptures released outside of the club. I think the first poll for the medallion club members for normal sculptures is going to come out fairly soon, because they'll have the ability to kind of vote and maybe sway things a little bit, which would be very fun, I think. I like that part where you're like, I get to change, like choose your own adventure, but model horse style. So yeah, there's that. I posted some winners from On the Edge Live. Check those out on my Facebook page. And next week, I'm going to try and maybe do a painting hangout for next weekend after the stream. I think that will work out. There is a horse expo in just north of us that I might try and attend for one day, but that'll probably be Friday or Saturday and not Sunday. I'll try and make a posting before Wednesday and announce it to all the club members for the hangout, and then we can hang out and do pony things. Maybe I'll have something that's a surprise like last time that I'm working on, because I showed off a new sculpture. So you never know, you'll see. All right, on that note, I'm going to let you guys continue on with your Easter Sunday. This isn't a super long stream, so yay for some, maybe sad for some. And then Nash was outside because he needed a bath. He got his feet all muddy from digging in the mud, and he could not come in and visit. But I will say hi to him for everybody. And then hi to the turbo, because I will be seeing him hopefully tomorrow morning. So yeah. And thank you for all the birthday wishes for him too. He greatly appreciates it. All right, guys, I will see you very soon. I love you. I will see you next Sunday, maybe for a painting party afterwards. That information will come soon. There's all the things coming. I'm very excited. It is like the time of the reaping. Like you sow the seeds and then you reap them. You know what I mean? Springtime. It's totally fitting. Anyway, still, yeah. Anyway, we'll go with that. Okay. Have a great Easter. We'll see you next time. Enjoy. Don't feed trolls. Have lots of fun. That is what the hobby is for. All right. Love you.